Did you miss me? It's been a while. As always, I just want to come in, give you a cute little pep talk, let you go on your day. I was thinking about like a year or so ago, I ran into one of my friends, Piper. Shout out to you, Piper, I love you. And we were talking, and she had said at that time that she was thinking about moving back to a place that she had a hard time because she felt like she needed to prove to the people there and to herself that she had grown and changed. Without even thinking, I was like, well, you already know that you have grown. You don't need to prove that to anyone else. And then both of us kind of like stood there and were like, oh, yeah. And it was cool. I mean, not to be like, so I gave this incredible advice, but it was a really cool moment because I didn't even know I was going to say that. And it made me like pause and think like, oh yeah, how many things do I do trying to prove to other people, like, look how capable I am, look how much I can do this. When it's like, I already know that I can do this. I don't need anyone else to know that. And so sometime later, someone asked me if I could do something, and I was like, actually, you know what, based on experience, I don't feel very comfortable doing that. And they said, no, you need to prove to yourself that you can do this. And then I thought back to this conversation, and I was like, no, I don't need to prove to myself that I can do this. I know that I've grown from the last time that happened, but like, I don't need to show anyone that I'm better than that. I know that I'm better than that now. And I also know that this is a new boundary that I don't really want to cross. I don't really need to get back into that because the last time that happened, I was sad. And so no, I don't need to do that. Why would I need to do that? My life is mine. My life is short, you know? It's also long, but that's a whole topic for another day. Tying this back into some stuff that's going on for me right now is I work at this new place. It's called New Haven. It's a residential treatment center for teenage girls. It's really cool. It's really hard. And I am essentially like a glorified key holder. I just unlock a lot of things for them. Anyway, there was an opening for a supervisor position, and it was, you know, a big need for us, and I liked where I was. I liked not having any responsibility beyond like just making sure that the kids are safe, because it's more fun when I don't have responsibility. Eventually, you know, it became a desperate need, and so I was all like, okay, I could try it, you know. And I was, that's a whole another story, but it's so hard for me to stay focused. Also, I just heard my voice when I like played something back, and I was like, wow, that's not what I thought I sound like. But for the first time, it was in a good way. Can you even imagine? Guys, I'm like killing this self-radical love thing. It's incredible. So I talked to my boss, and we set it up to where I had like a month-long trial training period. And so by the end of the month, by the end of January, we would decide if we felt like I would be well-suited for the supervisor. Because we already know I'm an amazing worker. We know that. But the supervisor has a lot of different responsibilities that they have to uphold. And so, oh my gosh, it was such a hard month. And I learned by the end of the month that that was not something I felt comfortable with. I don't like it. You know, it was a lot of like administration, it was a lot of organization, it was a lot of some other thing that ends with ation, and that's just not my thing. That's not who I am. I am chaotic and messy. My room has been a mess for the last 2 months. That's a big reason I don't do videos anymore, is because my room is perpetually messy. And then I'm like, it's okay, I'm gonna clean it. And then I can finally make a video again. And then I don't, because that's who I am. And I'm trying to be my best self, but right now, this is my best self. Right now, my best self is someone with a messy room that is trying. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my boss called me and we talked, and she's like, okay, well, how are you feeling about this? And I was like, dude, honestly, I don't think I can do it. I'm not that person. And I grew so much from trying to become those things, and a lot to where like now I like have honed that in, but not enough for me to like consistently want to do that every single shift. But that was a really big thing for me because I'm so used to like being in leadership roles. So that was me having to learn that I don't need to prove myself to myself. I know that I grew. So all of this coming back to you, my beautiful friend that listens, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. I know that you probably don't see all the incredible growth that you're doing, so like I encourage you to just like take a second to look back. Like, look at who you were a year ago, and you've probably grown so much since then. Cool. Don't prove anything to anyone. You know who you are. Acknowledge your growth. Know your limitations. Push them a little bit, but don't like, you know, run more than you can. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you know what I'm saying. Take it easy today, okay?